Hello, good afternoon, everybody. It is the 12th of January 2024, and as you can see, we are doing another video about Callan's Ant World. Now, we now have 3 ant nests set up, as we found that the original one that we purchased, Ant Farm, had actually got 3 queens in it and not just one. If my son had been patient and waited, then he would have found that there were tiny little ants that at least one of the queens had produced. But they were so small, smaller than a full stop, that he did not think that we had any ants still alive. So he begged me to take his colony apart. And what did we find? 3 queens and some ants, so tiny that I almost didn't notice they were there. So what I did was I painstakingly tried to put all of the ant farms back together, separate the queens so they all had a colony each, away from each other, to see whether or not, before Christmas, anything new would happen. And sadly, I am not 100% sure as to where 2 of the ant queens have disappeared to, whether they're even still alive. But one of them we know is well. The other thing I did was put some food in to try and entice any of the ants, which, as you can see, sadly has gone mouldy. So that has now been removed. And if we slowly open the curtains, and if we focus on the ant colony in the middle by removing the piece of film, you will see that there is actually an ant in there. If we slowly pan down, and there she is. She is so small and fragile, and she is busy working away in a little ant nest to try and restore her colony and sort things out. Now, I am not 100% sure with the other 2 colonies whether she is still alive. The queen in colony 1. This is colony 2, and this is colony 3. The other thing that we did was, so I'm just going to put this back to leave her alone and let her get on with her daily routine, is we put some of the stuff from each of the colonies into these little bits here to see whether or not we could see anything hatching. I'm not even sure whether those little white bits that you can see here and here and here, they may or may not be ant eggs, but sadly nothing has actually happened to them. And that is the same with every single one that we have. So again, I am not 100% sure as to what is still alive. There is the mouldy food that we have taken away. So what I am planning on doing is leaving the ant nests, but we will monitor the second one once a month, and we will use her as a guideline, as we can clearly see that she is thriving, she is happy, she looks well, she looks safe, and to see whether or not we can use her as a guideline to find out whether or not the other colonies may still be active. And then we will see how things go from there. Please give some feedback. We would love to hear from you, and good luck.